It's con season. Check out Brian and Justin at TwitchCon and Scoopfest. For more information, visit google.com. This opening song is brought to you by Stephen Cogswell and called The Planning Song. Get it and many more songs at otfi.com/planning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Justin, the answer is
Funkified technology.
Make the funky. Make it a little groovy.
0505 350 6447.
I like it.
Oh, hey, mad shout out.
I like it.
Guess who doesn't have a room to stay at DragonCon? I'll give you a hint. His name is Brian, and he is always wrong. And if you're asking about old Bryce, that's not really his fault. He just does what his boss says without a thought. Because he's really nice. Guess who's a bad boss? According to the song we just heard. It's Tuesday night. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Night Attack. It's a show where we set the internet on fire. My name is Brian Brushwood. I'm live in Austin, Texas, joined by our super producer, Bryce Castillo, and, of course, my lovely wife, Bonnie, the invisible wife, Brushwood.
Hello.
But, most importantly, my BFF in OAK, it is JRY, Justin Robert Young.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Man, I don't even know no more. Can we start off with a Butter Brother update?
Yes.
He's driving around. He's driving around and he has a cell phone and he's moved into a new place and he's just alive. And he's on bonus time in my world. Like everything is a gift. I'm so excited. This is fucking amazing.
So he is out of the hospital then?
Yes. No. I would. He's out of the hospital and he's out of the physical
Coma.
therapy. And
he's done with PT too?
Yeah, he's out of PT.
Wow.
and he's in a new place and he's fucking getting his shit figured out. I'm so fucking excited. I would love to believe that it was all the hams for Jay. I would love to believe that the one thing that I tried to stop turned out to be the one thing that brought him back to us.
I mean, I'm going to be in Austin this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to give Jay a ham.
Oh. I don't know how I feel about this. This feels like oh, hello, gift horse. Please open wide so I might inspect thine gums.
Wait, who's the gift horse?
I don't know. God is the gift horse, and he showed up. He's like, I am a horse, and I am a gift to you. Also, Jay is still alive. And you're like, let me see these teeth. Are there mustaches on your teeth, God?
That's your first question to a talking horse?
Yes. I mean, this is what it sounds like. I don't know. I'm just like, thank you, magical genie. Have this wheat.
This is how Roman mythology started.
This is the weirdest police report ever filed. Sure, okay. I'll give him a metaphorical ham.
Well, I don't know. Maybe give him a little bit of ham.
We can take the ham.
Take him some ham
Up to
slices.
the plate.
I bet he needs ham slices. Everyone wants to make a sandwich.
Everybody can have
ham
it.
slices. That's what you do.
Black Forest
You're
ham.
like, thank you for the slice of life that
boar's
you
head.
are going to continue to be around to enjoy.
Sure, yeah. All I know is I'm very, very excited that Jay is mobile, and this is tremendous news. I mean, guys, track back the episodes at the point where things were at its darkest, because when we first mentioned it, it was at its literal darkest. Wow, just an insane turnaround.
Can we
fast.
mention the
The what?
the gym membership?
Apparently,
Okay.
we have.
So okay. If you missed it, listen to the previous stuff. You'll know that my brother was in a coma for an entire month, and shit was looking like real grim, like full on. We were grieving. By the time we shared it with the chat realm, all of our fantabulous fans, it was because we had already realized that there's no version where this just gets better super fast, right? And then
Except it did.
except it totally did.
It did.
Except
Except almost immediately after sharing all that, things got really, really much better at about the pace that everybody had expected it to get better, but it only hadn't for several weeks.
Well, and during that time, it was like fucking look, we got to start making arrangements and handling shit, and it's like well, what can I do, what and physically it's like, well, pretty sure that my brother, who's not been conscious for a month, who every time he wakes up immediately goes about, you know, ripping out all the cords and tries to go back to the sweet release of death, like pretty sure he's not going to be wanting to jog anytime soon. So I'm just, while I'm at the gym, just going to say like, hey, can we what's it take to get my brother out of his 2-year commitment to this gym? And they were like, well, we could put it on pause. And I'm like, he's dying and in a coma. And they were like, can we get a note from a doctor? And then and so my dad gets a note from the doctor that says he's dying and in a coma. And so we send it over and we do it all. And then this miraculous turnaround happens. And then Jay's like, yeah, man, no, I'm just, I'm so excited. I'm doing really well. Everything seems to be on the right track. I got physical therapy. I'm thinking about going home and cleaning up some stuff, get ready to move to the new place. And, you know, I think I want to go by the gym. And just spend a few hours, you know, really exploring my body and get back into shape. And so there's a pause, and I'm like, well, the good news is you'll get a new membership when you get there. You'll get the new member discount.
Promo price.
Yes, exactly. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, I sort of canceled your gym membership. And Jay's like, why would you do that? And I'm like,
oh, funny thing about that. So somebody I know, not naming names, might have thought they were, not to put too fine a point on it, dying.
and they might have been so committed to the bit that we just realized it was time to get their shit in order. So anyway, that, my friends, is a luxury awkward moment brought to you by Jay's continued existence. Thank you, Jay.
Oh my gosh.
Gyms for Jay. That's what we'll do. We'll pivot from Hams for Jay to Gyms for Jay. We'll do a fundraiser where everybody get Jay a gym membership. What has this brother done? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. Just, you know, rolling along. We'll be, something that we should plug. I'll be in Austin this weekend, and we're going to do the Allie Gertz Simpsons podcast.
Yeah, did you get the impression that Allie didn't really believe that you were going to come out just for the Simpsons podcast, and that's why she has failed to promote you on it and maybe only relegated you to theoretically a guest spot until she realized, oh, wait, he's definitely flying out, and do you want to be there for the whole show? And we're like, Jesus Christ, did you miss the part where he was flying out to be on the show?
I don't know if she realized that, and I think that she was trying to protect you from me horning in on the show.
I mean, one of you two got asked to be on it. One, you know.
Oh.
Well, one of them lives in Austin, and the other doesn't. So I could, if she did a show in Oakland and asked Brian to come out, I would also, I would be, that
You'd
would
be a
weird.
bit vexed on that. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That tracks. Dude, yeah, if you are in the Austin area, September 15th,
Saturday.
both of us are going to be on Everything's Coming Up Simpsons.
At the
And
North Door, 8:30.
It's going to be great. On Brushy Street. No affiliation.
Hell yeah,
They have
man.
not paid their
it's only,
licensing fees.
it's $20. Dude, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be so fun to be out there again. And, yeah, I'd say also, I mean, well, I guess we haven't talked about this because this happened at DragonCon. We didn't really talk about it during the live show, but so Brian and I are at DragonCon doing what we love to do the best, second to meeting the fans. And that's drinking quietly alone at an undisclosed bar. And Brian, turns over to me and is like, man, you got to see the property. You got to see the property. This is what you tell me. Why are you looking at me like I'm making this up?
He's forgot the punchline.
Well, and also, I couldn't exactly hear what you said. It sounded like the Prophet.
The property.
Oh, the
thing
property.
that we've been talking about the past 3 months.
Okay. But look, this is why I had my quizzical look, because in my mind he was talking about Marcus Lemonis as the Prophet, Hey, you got to see the prophet. You got to see. I'm like,
gotta
I don't
see it.
remember. Like
He writes a check in the first 10 minutes.
There was a time I was very into that show, but I'm not sure why I said that.
Funny thing is, I've actually definitely had that conversation with Brian. So he's not wrong to think that that might be something that I was bringing up.
It was just the timelines were a little bit askew.
No, you're like, oh, you got to see the property. Wouldn't it be cool? It would basically be camping, but wouldn't it be cool if I were the first person to stay as a guest on the property?
Yeah.
And so that's what I'll be doing this weekend.
Well, and for the record, there was this hot minute where Justin, in my imagination, in my imagination,
So
the
2
way it
weeks
goes-
ago.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I see Justin. He's like, "Hang on, man, I'm gonna make this happen." And then I see him open, his United app, and do. He's like, "There it is, 2 weeks. Gonna hang out with you." And then I was just like, "So for 2 weeks, you're gonna stay at the property?" And I'm like, "That's cool."
No, right. No, hold on. This sits. If that's what happens when I say, like, we're literally having a conversation about a thing that's happening in 2 weeks. You're like, Brian's like, oh, do the Simpsons podcast. Come out, just stay in the property. It'll be great. I'm like, amazing. Boop. I do the thing, and Brian's absolutely correct. The words that I say are 2 weeks. I'll be there. So that is what Brian hears. What he doesn't mention is that hours go by. That was in the middle of the day. It's like at the end of the evening, and Brian comes up and he's like, and we're in. We might have been in the glow of one of the shows, either the politics show or Night Attack or the panel with the McElroy. But he's like, "Oh, dude, so pumped for you to spend 2 weeks out."
Accurate.
And what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, man, 2 weeks. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get so much shit done. And I'm like, I'm gonna be there in 2 weeks. So he said 2 days. Brian's like, oh God. Oh, thank God. Yeah. But he was down. Brian always down for whatever. Now I just know that I'm operating in like 5% of what Brian will tolerate from me.
Well, and plus also like that is the literal eventual destination that we're aiming for, is to have it be the kind of place where somebody can announce, I'm going to come out there, I'm going to be in residence for 2 weeks. It's going to be comfortable. I'm going to have fresh water and a place to poop and a place to podcast with gigabit fiber at all times. Like, that's what we want to create, is that kind of capability. So the fact that Justin just jumped right to the end point, not the most un-Justin thing I could think of in that moment.
Now, should I call for a porta potty? I can have it delivered by this weekend.
You know what? Maybe we should. How much is it's got to be?
It's $100 for a month.
For a month?
Yeah.
You do that right now.
Oh, get that shit out there
You
right
do that
now.
like literally on the air before we close up.
I can't.
You got the internet on your phone?
Call Austin Porta Potty right now. We're booking it live on the air.
Okay, it really is Austin Porta Potty. And also they're closed, so I will see about it tomorrow. But...
I mean, the toilet does flush.
Oh,
Well,
no,
yes,
do
but
not
it
use
just goes
that
straight
toilet.
outside. You could go number one. It's the same as just
I did not
being
realize
outside.
like the condition of it had degraded to the point where
No.
Well, it's quite literally just a tube that goes outside.
Sure.
So
I just the company line that I heard was it works, it's fine.
Well, at one point, that was what we had been told. But with further investigation, that's not so much the case. And in fact, when I was on property with the inspection person, we're not even...
The number 2 inspector in Austin.
She's number 1. And number 2.
Yeah.
And the number 3, I don't even know what that means.
Well,
And
imagine.
number 4.
Okay, number 4 gets a little esoteric. Keep going. What's number 5?
number 4 is cum?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what's
shit.
number 3?
Wait, what's number 3?
I think
Tears?
Number 3 is diarrhea.
No,
Yeah,
wait, no,
cum.
that's still number 2.
No, if 4 is
it's a
cum, then 3
watery
is
thing.
diarrhea.
Number 1 is pee. Number 2 is poo. Number 3.
Number 3 is breast milk.
No.
No, number 3 is 5
I'm gonna make a
at
strong
best.
case. I'm gonna make a strong case for number
Calm
3.
down, Gloria Steinem.
I'm I'm gonna make a strong case for number 3 is where genders split, and you're either shooting jizz or bleeding. Like that. That seems that.
So
that
men
discharge.
cannot bleed.
Well,
Women do not have ejaculate.
not out of their vagina, no.
Wait, you're making lower, below the waist blood and cum the same thing?
Well,
'Cause
yes.
people shit blood sometimes.
Okay, but
And women have ejaculate.
But
You should get
but
that.
they don't.
You should
They
get
don't.
that checked out.
Okay. Wait. Also, I not that I've done a lot of reading up on this, but I'm told that what is supposed to be gushers, aka female ejaculate, is chemically indistinguishable from urine. So I leave that to you. But it seems like as far as like gender related discharges that happen on the reg.
Brian has a hot take on squirting in your bingo card for this episode of Night Attack.
I mean, I'm just
can't
the
be
vessel.
right.
I'm just the messenger on this.
A hot messenger. A hot messenger.
There you go, Bonnie. Get his ass.
Okay, all right.
All right, but still, all right. So
No,
let's-
but
we're talking about 3. We're talking about 3 here.
Yeah.
Number 1 and number 2. There are 4 faces on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You're seeing that fucking cum might make it on there. Both cums. Biologically in different cums.
Number 1, in frequency, it tracks. Number 2, in volume, it tracks. Because tears are way less.
Tears
than
is not
cum.
no one is arguing for tears though.
Okay, well then what else you got? Sweat? Nah.
If we
Vomit.
put cum,
I mean, I would say vomit. Vomit would be another like expelling of things. I would vomit. I think has a better shot
Okay,
at number 3.
I can see
in
I can see
quantity, are you going to put vomit above for men ejaculate, for women menstruation? In frequency?
I'm very uncomfortable with you
I-
making those share a room.
I think
look,
they
I'm
gotta share.
inclusive. I think
Oh.
everybody has a number 3, and if you want to move both of those number 3s down to number 4, you're gonna have to make a very compelling case where by
I'm just
quantity
saying
or
you can make cum 4. I'm just saying don't make lady that lady cum has to be 5.
ladies in general don't
dude.
tend to ejaculate semen, and men in general don't
Of course,
tend
they don't
to
ejaculate
menstruate.
semen.
But what is this wrong?
Wait.
Bonnie, please.
Okay, women and men share the cum line, and then the bleeding is a separate line.
What you call it 3A?
No, it's
No,
4.
she's saying menstruation is 5. It's just outside of the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, oh man, that's that. Okay, we
I think
Go
I think that probably on volume is how we need to
We
rest.
can't do by volume though.
No.
But men like could fill a
I mean, if we're going
bucket by
Well.
the time they're done. So I would think
I mean,
that
by
number
volume,
3,
But if it's by volume,
if we're gonna
vomit.
introduce, okay,
Per
can we
month.
settle on one thing? This is one thing we can all
Right.
agree on.
Well.
that there's that diarrhea does not get its own number, right? Like diarrhea is just poop, right?
No, diarrhea is poop.
Yes, that's number 2.
I'm a purist in this. I think if cum is not 3, if cum is 4, diarrhea is 3.
No.
Wait! You think diarrhea is different from just a regular
If
duke?
It's conditional. If cum is not 3, then it's diarrhea.
No.
I think that much in the way that pee and poop are primary colors, diarrhea is a secondary color, being the mixture of both pee and poop.
Yeah. I do. I
sure
disagree.
biologically that tracks, but-
I'm with Brian. 1 pee, 2 poop.
Right.
Inarguable, set
Sure.
in stone. Moses came down from the hilltop, and though he said
And dropped a
1
duke.
pee, 2 poop, right?
Yeah.
Done. Over. Burning Bush said it. It's so.
Yeah.
I think it really has to be quantifiable. I say whatever you get your number placement by how much
volume?
By volume.
Then
Okay,
it's
Yeah,
diarrhea.
it's scientific.
Then that is diarrhea.
Okay.
How much do you diarrhea?
Secondary color, Bryce. It's a second. It's the mixture of 2 colors.
Okay, separate. Press
need to
pause
talk
on
about
this
your
because
diet.
I feel like it seems to me that 2 and 2A, as they're described, are indistinguishable biological processes. But meanwhile, whether it's tears or sweat or oil. Sorry, go ahead.
Look, my thesis is number one is
Your
pee.
thesis?
Not your pieces.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's very good. That is very good. For me, the lineup is number 1 is pee, number 2 is poop,
Yep.
number 3 is cum, and if it's not cum, then the fallback is diarrhea. That's the cultural.
No. Number 1, and also we can't do this by volume because sweat would be number 1. And as we are establishing, without arguing, 1 is pee and 2 is.
Yeah, but if we're gonna go by volume, then technically like CO2 would have to be above sweat, right?
Oh,
Like,
wait a minute, but how about that? Where are farts? And do farts count?
I'm gonna say it's only liquids or solids that remain liquids or solids when they hit some other substance.
Okay, then hold on.
God
What
damn it.
about sharts? What about sharts?
But,
Sharks
sharts
is
don't
just
always make it to the toilet.
man. If I hand you a 7-Up, you're not gonna say, "Oh, this is not a liquid because it's a mixture of bubbly water, bubbles, and liquid." Like, I mean, it doesn't change anything if there are bubbles in it. It's still a liquid.
I'm never drinking 7-Up again.
All right, so I think we're locked down on 1 and 2. Here's
Yes.
my pick.
This is, by the way, exactly how it was in 1776. Everybody, this is how it began, and they eventually got to the immutable rights of man
By the way,
afterward.
this was a week and a half. They knocked out the Constitution in like an afternoon. It was like, once we settled the hard stuff, let's go ahead and knock out the rest of it.
Okay, 1, 2, we agree on.
The original question is what is 3?
Well, yes.
Three to me, and I know this is I'm going to be controversial here, so folks, save your letter.
Alexander Hamilton, right here. Go ahead. Go ahead, Benjamin
North of the border.
Disraeli.
I'm going to go north of the border. I'm going to be a Yankee on this and say that it's vomit. It is another. It's another expunging of toxins. It is your body reacting. We cannot keep these things any longer. There are methods in place. It is indeed less frequent.
Hold on.
But it shares more of a biological likelihood with pee and poop than anything else that we've talked about.
You just brought up a very good point because I feel like there's another perspective. You could judge by volume. You could judge by frequency. Then you could judge sociologically. Because the whole reason we call them number 1, number 2
Is to hide what they are.
is because at some point you say to someone else, "Excuse me, I have to go number blank." And
Yes.
Man of
I would
consequences.
say,
Yes, the same-
I
yeah.
would say that if you say the words, "Excuse me, I have to go number 3," somebody is not going to think that you're going to go crank one out, or that you're going to go bleed out your vagina. Excuse me, I have to go number 3. If a lady said that, you would not.
But I would say culturally that is the joke of number 3. That number 3 is cum.
Yeah. Well, I agree. By the way, I tried to register goingnumber3.com. I was going to make it a porn site, but
Yeah?
I didn't. It was too late. It was too late.
No.
Somebody
I
had already
just-
registered a vomit porn site.
But I really. Oh,
No.
it was a vomit. Are you-
No.
Oh,
These are called jokes.
It was a joke.
Hi, welcome to Night Attack.
No, but I think that's so guy skewed because, like, if you're a woman and you've ever heard a crying baby and have your boobs start
Lactating.
lactating is more important than
How does lactation fit in?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm all here. If we're going to 10, lactating's on it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but it has to be
Okay.
above. It has to be above
let's
cum.
let's start.
Right?
Let's start with who even gets a number. We agree.
Yeah.
Number 1 and number 2 get a number, right?
I mean, number 1, hey, one comes before the other biologically, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a really good point.
Separate.
That's a good point.
Okay. Do they get a number? Yes or no? I'm going to go in the round here. Number 1, P, does it get a number?
Of course.
Everyone agrees. Number 2, Poo, does it get a number?
Of course.
Yes.
Right. Number 3, whatever that number is. Or sorry, the next one, whatever that number is. Ejaculate. Does it get a number?
Yes.
Okay. Vaginal discharge during menstruation. Does it get a number?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Vomiting. Does it get its own number?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, are we talking? We're talking about the top 5, right? 4 or 5.
I'm thinking 10. Like, does it get a number
not
in the
10.
top 10?
Can't do
This
the
is
10.
where we
Is
are.
it- oh, I just broke Bryce.
Not getting to 10.
Okay, so vomit. I'm getting a mixed response here.
I might be a dissenting opinion
Does
on vomit.
sweat get its own number?
Hell no.
No.
Does exhalation, CO2, water vapor?
Because if exhalation does it, it's number 1, and we don't want to make it because we know that pee is number 1.
Right.
And also if exhalation is one, then farts
And
one.
farts
and I
have to
think
be on
that
there. So we agree that exhalation's not on the list, farts are not on the list. Is there anything else on the list?
What about spit?
No. For me, this is a conversation about toilet waste.
Spit. Okay.
Oh.
But
wait,
I do spit into the toilet.
Toilet waste.
And what is the difference? To me, spit and vomit are the same difference between number 2 and diarrhea. Like, it's both. Those are just degrees of the different.
Wait a minute, hold on. Bryce, noted vomit skeptic, Bryce Castillo.
Sure.
Vomit denier.
No, ask me the question. Ask me the question.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, Justin. Our anti-vomit pills cause you to never ever vomit. Never vomit. I've never vomited in my entire life. I'm Bryce Castillo.
Ask
By
the
the way,
question. Ask your question.
Thank God that's where you went with the Alex Jones impression on 9/11.
Oh Jesus!
God, come on, a half hour.
I'm just upset that there's only 10 numbers in this list. It seems like more proof that there's no 11th. Never mind.
Oh God,
All right.
God.
All right. So noted vomit skeptic Bryce Castillo. Using bathroom waste, there is no denying. If you're running to the bathroom, most likely you are thinking that somebody is doing one of 3 things: pooping, peeing, or vomiting, right? Those are the only 3 reasons why you're running to the bathroom.
Okay.
I mean, are you trying to pin him down, Perry Mason? What's
Sure,
going on
but
here?
I would also say that vomiting is not an exclusively a toilet exercise.
Where else do you do it? The study?
A Valero gas station, I can tell you that
Into your own hands at a Denny's and then cackle at the family horrified at you.
one. On yourself as you're driving to your boss's house?
Yes, all right. And yes,
all right,
and.
So let's say that somebody were in a Hooters on Peachtree. Where did you run to vomit?
I didn't run. I was in very good control of myself.
Yes, he walked smooth as silk. I'm gonna vomit.
I got a question.
I'm gonna go number X.
Wait,
Sorry.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do people ejaculate into a toilet?
It depends.
Okay. I mean, I guess
sure,
you guys.
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just never.
That can happen. That can also be it.
Okay, here's the question:
I thought every seat was
do
sacred.
we give a number?
Lisa J says not women. Women don't.
Do we give a number to the popping?
No, no.
Oh! Oh,
You're just now coming. You're just trying to find gross stuff.
No, look, I am here to set the record straight. Like these questions, the founding fathers did not back away from, except for they totally did, and
They
they said
kinda did a
indentured
lot,
servants.
and-
That was fucked
Right.
up.
Remember 3/5 of a person?
Okay.
We do not need to fill out the number 10.
In any case,
I'm not even saying zits.
No, we're
I'm
just
saying-
getting to 4. We're getting to 4.
Wait, so lancing of anything is doesn't get a number.
Not in the top four.
Fine,
certainly.
fine. We are not talking about whether it's number worthy.
Okay.
For the sake of this segment, we are only filling out. We have 1 and 2. All we need to do is get to 3 and 4 and in the order, and we're going to agree because that's what this nation needs right now. 7 years ago, we were left asunder. And yet, on this, a day in which we were attacked 17 years ago, we will rise stronger by finally filling out 3 and 4 on the bathroom waste scale together.
May I make a proposal? May I make a proposal?
Yeah.
Pee, number 1, comes out your urethra.
Okay.
Poo, number 2, comes out your butt. 3, whatever it is, comes out of your genitals.
No, give us your 3 and 4. Let's all just give our 3 and 4.
3 comes out of your genitals. 4 comes out of your mouth. And it doesn't matter if it's spit or bile or vomit or whatever. That's it. That is 4.
No.
4.
Wait, your answer is literally any of those?
And
like
5 comes out of your pores, even if.
We're not playing 5 and
And then we're covered. That's sweat. That's all of it. That's all of it. It's a very simple system. It's a very simple system. 5.
It's also not the bit we're doing. It's not. I
Specifically not
rescind
what
your talking ability.
You're right. You're right.
Bryce, give us 3 and 4.
Six.
Give us 3 and 4.
Wax out of your ears is number 6.
Okay,
and I'm done. Oh shit, picking boogers. 7. There are 7. There are only 7. That's it. It's based on orifice.
Right, no, but Brian, that ignores. All right, go ahead, Bryce.
Bryce is 3 and 4. Okay, 3 is cum, and 4 is vomit.
You're right. Eyes, tearing. There are 8. There are only 8.
Justin, what are
There are
your
only
four?
8.
But you got away from the premise that this is toilet
Yes,
related.
No, we're all doing the same thing except for Brian.
Well,
Yeah.
like, if you
Okay.
say,
It's a good point. If you get cut, then there's 9.
Justin,
because
please
you come
go.
out of a new orifice. So there's 9. There's only 9. There's only 9.
No, it has to be toilet related. I think you made a good point. I have to hurry my way to the porta potty I'm going to rent.
Yes, because you're going to do number
1, number 2, it seems like really wrong to do any of the other ones. Except for like menstruate. That's kind of normal.
Well, yeah.
So give us your
say,
3 and
I
4.
got to take care of number
What
3.
is-
That's not
we gotta
weird.
make a call.
For?
Oh, this is a good point.
Number
When they
4.
go to camp and they do the day-long camp thing,
Yeah.
they say what was it? They had
The
like
forest is a toilet?
yeah, like where the forest is your toilet. Then they talk about like the bear is a poop, and then
So how does this
something-
affect your
a bunny
ranking?
is a like just tell us you have the bunny or bear or red
Wait,
fox.
Wait, did you say red fox?
Red fox is the period.
Red Fox
Red
is
Fox.
saying socially transgressive comedy in a stand-up format. So I gotta go out to the forest and promise Elizabeth I'm coming.
See, then you're coming again.
So it's still number 3. Either way.
Justin, what's your 3 and 4?
I've made this clear, although I have no idea what bit we're doing now.
Oh, no.
No, I vomit, and vomit's 3, and cum is 4.
Okay.
Sir, these are the 3 most common things that you need to do in a restroom. If you're playing Family Feud, things that you do in a restroom. Pee's gonna be number 1, poop's gonna be number 2, and vomit's gonna be number 3.
You and I
I'm
lead
putting cum in
very
there
different
because
lives,
I'm a real
my
saucy
friend.
mix.
Well, you know what we can do? You know what we can do to get out of this segment is open it
mailbag.
up. We're looking at doing a mailbag segment.
I can't think of a better way to kick off the mailbag.
I thought for 5 seconds we'd be able to do like an actual radio, a fun radio. We didn't plan it. We fucking stumbled on it. We fell through a trap door, and we had literally I like teed it up. I'm like, oh my god, what a tight, awesome radio bit this is. All we have to do is go around right now. We'll have one final vote on who's right, and then we can get out. And instead, we're at entry number 101 on Dr. Brushwood's scale of emissions. And I'm like, okay, great. This is awesome.
So if you share your 3 and 4 with us, mail at nightattack.tv. We're looking to do a mailbag segment.
Oh,
as
no.
part of the
Also
show.
do your 5 through a million.
Sure.
I mean, I really think I'm almost onto something with this structure.
I
but that's
don't
fine,
know
that's
that
fine,
that's
that's fine.
just know that when you come to the Modern Road headquarters,
when you come to Modern Road.
You're
We'll
welcome to
have
do
a-
number 3, 4,
4,
5,
5, 6.
7,
Well-
and not 8.
not 8 in the porta potty.
Mail at nightattack.tv.
Justin Robert Young, did you know that people can support this show?
God. What a... This is going to go down as one of those episodes.
Wait, what do you
As
mean?
an iconic episode.
It's feeling great so far. I don't know. All right,
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad.
Okay, all right.
There's no
yeah.
crying in the porta potty.
Patreon.com/nightattack. Head on over there. Support the show. Man, it's a great time. You're going to feel good doing it. I'll tell you what. If you head on over there right now, here's the best part about it. You get these custom RSS feeds. Man, they're magic. A lot of times you get stuff with custom RSS feeds and you're like, what is this bullshit? I'm sure every 6 months you're going to have to change it because, of thieves and brigands, or you have to log me in on a username and password. I'm using a different app all the time. I don't even know how to do that shit. Don't worry. None of that's the reality with patreon.com. You get a custom RSS feed literally right there on your phone. You can sub right now. If you're listening to this podcast, become a patron right now at patreon.com/nightattack. Copy that RSS feed. Open up the podcatcher of your choice, the one you're listening to us on right now. Paste it right in. You're done. It's over. You get all the bonus stuff. You get all the early access to our post shows and pre-shows and anything else we come up with. Man, it is a treat and a half. Patreon.com/nightattack.
Yeah, man, not only do you get twice as long of a show with the pre-show and the post-show, but most importantly, if you are a new contributor or you raise your pledge, then you get a chance to randomly be called out in...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour.
So much.
For the buck, fuck all.
Justin, let's go back in time. As you know, on Patreon, you're just told to, get a valid credit card, and you have to put a first name and a last name. And there are some people, we've had them before, who have given fake first names and last names. I do not believe this is one of them. I want to take you back to pick a number between 20 and 60 years ago.
Pick a number?
Yeah.
Anywhere from 5 to 9.
It's not between 20 and 60, but sure. Let's say 9 years ago, this person, an expectant couple, is there. Can you bring me the heartbeat sound?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Mr. Stuff, Mrs. Stuff, your son and or daughter is about to be born. We just need to know what name you want to give, what first name you want to give to somebody who may, years from now, end up contributing to a show called Night Attack. Far into the future. 5 years? 9 years? I don't know when they'll start. It'll be way in the future. I just need you, Mr. Stuff, or Mrs. Stuff, to pick a first name.
Wait, are you asking me to name a thing?
Sure.
Wait, this is not...
This is me. I'm setting up the bit. We're gonna get to the chant. You're gonna pick a name, and we're gonna do a thing, and we're gonna chant the name, and it's gonna be exciting.
Emily Stuff.
That's a fine thing to do, Mr. Stuff. But I'm afraid I already wrote down Butt as the first name. So congratulations, meet your new daughter, Butt Stuff. Butt Stuff.
Butt Stuff.
Thank you, Butt Stuff.
Butt Stuff.
I mean, we work with what we're given. Thank you, Butt Stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, also, of course, if you watch us live, we're live every Tuesday, except when we're not, at twitch.tv/nightattack. It is an awesome place. Oh, by the way, September is here on Twitch. If you, I think you can subscribe for cheap. You can gift subs for cheap. But when you're watching us live, sometimes you get a little shout out if you donate stuff. Like that one time that Brian, when Renegade came into town.
Yeah, well, I remember when I first talked about you staying there for 2 weeks, and then Bonnie was like, what are you going to do about all the Renegade? And then WJ says, Lisa J just subscribed.
Well, yeah, I mean, who could forget that after all, Shift Lock had just run for mayor and had left everybody in a good mood.
Yeah, and then Stoic_Squirrel walked up and said, listen, I used to be mayor. You eat a bunch of bowls of shit like Funkarius did. That's what being the mayor is. Watch The Wire.
Sure. But at the end of the day, if you're building a house, the first thing you need to remember is that HTTPS 443 is there for you with low mortgage interest rates. Unlike DSA 89, they're going to be there to make sure your dreams come true.
That's right. Like Last Ursa, which the very last bear who ever lived before the bears went extinct in Alberta, Guru.
And that's how we all won the Falcon 32 championship.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
By the way, everybody, our bit leader right now is JC Calhoun with 205 bits. We will name the winner at the end of the show.
Also, shout out to Echoscope, who just gave 10 people subscriptions.
That's amazing, dude. That's fantastic. He gave it to all the folks who were throwing bits our way.
Yeah.
Bryce, do we have a game?
We do have a game. Hey, everybody. This is the part of the show where we do a game. So Captain Jack 913 sent this idea in, and the original questions for this were posted on Twitter by Dr. Sarah Hurst of Johns Hopkins University. She found out that in the pantheon of names...
9 forms of excretion. Sorry.
She found out that, you know what two different data sets sound very similar? Names of moons of Saturn and IKEA products.
Go on.
Okay, so we're just gonna do a real simple either or sort of game here. I'm gonna give you the name of an object here, and you're gonna tell me, is it moon or IKEA?
Okay.
So, for example, if we started with Brian, your example is Titan. What would you say?
I know that Titan is a moon of Saturn. It is rich in methane. It actually is one of the few other planetoids in the solar system that experiences weather like ours, including raining ethanol. They have rain and rivers and all that stuff. So I'm going to say Titan is a moon around Saturn.
And you would be right. Titan is a moon on Saturn. When she posted this, she just made sure she did it so people wouldn't always just pick IKEA. So, so now you guys know how the game plays. Very simple. We've done this multiple times before. So, round one, Justin, we're going to start with you. You guys will trade off who answers first.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll trade turns. You'll each get 5. Justin, your word is backig.
Say that again.
Backig.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Sweet. I just saw some great backig.
That well threaded, that needle, because that would apply to a moon or a product at IKEA. Very well done.
Yeah.
Can you spell it?
Sure. BACKIG. Backig.
Are there any 2 dots over any letters?
I would have mentioned that.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it is an IKEA product.
Now, what product is that?
Oh, I think that it is a very angular to the point where it looks like it's going fast footstool.
This is a fast footstool?
Like frustrating. You want to shake your fist at this footstool.
How fast is that footstool going?
Oh my gosh. And then you look and it says it's not moving anywhere, but it looks
not at all.
very
And you're
fast.
like, holy shit, what an optical illusion. These Swedes got it going on.
All right, well, Justin, your answer.
Can't believe that this fits in a 500-foot apartment.
Your answer.
The
IKEA
footstool.
is correct.
Nicely done.
The backig is a side plate. It costs $2 and is available at IKEA.
How fast that plate is
It does
going,
look like a
though.
fast plate,
That's
though.
a fast
Look
plate.
at that plate.
A real fast fucking plate, man. Look at that. It's flying.
Looking pretty good. All right, so we see how the game's going.
Okay, right
All
on.
So Brian,
Right on.
this one's for you.
Yep.
I want you to tell me about Narvi.
Can you spell it?
Narvi. Narvi.
That sounds like a IKEA understation. It's a keyboard place below your other keyboard place.
So like a
if you don't
desk
like the
organizer?
one, yeah, if you don't like the one keyboard, then you use your other keyboard. It's right there in the Narvi.
I see. Brian, your answer of IKEA is is incorrect. Narvi is a moon of Saturn. It's a natural satellite discovered in 2003.
Man, this game just the difficulty multiplier just went to number 7, and you don't even want to know what number 7 is. This is.
My guess it's some sort of skin secretion, but that's just an educated guess. Justin, how about Tarvos? Tarvos.
Can you spell it?
Sure. Tarvos. Tarvos.
Is it, I'm just asking in general,
Okay.
a Phase 7 Marvel villain?
It could be. I don't fucking know.
Okay,
Phase
all
7.
right. I'm just asking.
I'm going to say that Tarvos is a moon.
You say that Tarvos is a moon.
It is a moon of Saturn.
How big?
By that, I don't mean the planet. I mean the Sega operating system.
What genre of game was this Tarvos?
It's a sequel to Night Trap.
Tarvos was a game about Tarvos, of course, a Panamanian Arepo maker who had to get all of his Arepos to everybody in town on a boogie board.
Okay, well, your very specific answer of Saturn is...
That's right.
That's right.
Wow! How are you kicking my ass at this?
Discovered
This is
in
amazing.
2000, given the name in 2003 after Darvos, a deity depicted as a bull carrying 3 cranes.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's an Arepa, not an Arepo. Sorry. Well, now we're almost sure I'm not Hispanic.
Brian, tell me about Bestla.
God damn this wonderful game. Bestla.
Bestla.
Bestla?
Correct.
I want so bad for it to be a moon that I'm certain it's an IKEA thing. I'm going to say IKEA. And specifically, it is a spork holder. You have a fork holder, you have a spoon holder, you have a knife holder, you don't have a spork holder, you need the Bestla.
So like you would have in your counter or like in a drawer?
It is an add-on to the Furny, which is the normal, it has all the normal cutlery, but you can add on the Bestla to your Furny, and then you have all the collection.
I see. Well, Brian, your answer of Bestla being an IKEA piece is...
No way! But where is Bestla?
Bestla is a moon of Saturn.
God damn it!
Discovered in 2005, not to be confused with the Besta storage system from IKEA. You're close though. Storage, Bestla.
Now, I just want to know what petty motherfucker at NASA finds it and be like, I'm gonna submit this name, Bestla.
I'm gonna guess it's Scott S. Shepard, David C. Jewett, and Jan Klena.
You motherfuckers,
shit,
all three of you.
Fuck you, all of them. Find their Twitter, light them up. Say Brian sent you.
I can't believe you're doing so bad at this.
It is now 2-0 for Justin. You guys, Justin, are you, do you guys big IKEA heads? You guys even shop at IKEA?
I hate IKEA. IKEA is a thing that I don't like to spend time at. I tend to find that my life force drains the second that I enter in there, and if I'm not, if I'm eating Swedish meatballs or a hot dog, then I'm doing all right. If I'm looking at things, I want to die.
Yeah. By the way, here's a quick hacking the system tip. If your store has a map to get out, it's most likely inspired by No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre. It's a fucking a treasure map to how to escape the store should not be prominently displayed in 2 central locations of your IKEA.
Okay, there you go. Shots fired, IKEA. Brian, Justin, we're going back to you.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me about Ivrig?
Spell it, please.
Ivrig. Ivrig. Ivrig.
IVRIG. The Ivrig is an IKEA product.
Okay.
I believe that the Ivrig is a stool that is angled like in a way that is specifically designed to put undue pressure on the disc between the L4 and L5 spinal column. It is designed to do damage to your back.
It's designed to be bad.
In Sweden, it's looked at as a sign of respect that you are injuring your back while working. And so that's why they sell the Ivrig.
Ivrig, I see. All right. Well, your answer of IKEA is... That's right.
What
the
fuck?
Ivrig is a wine glass at $2.99. It does look like it could hurt you if it was a chair.
It does also, yeah. If you lay on it at night, it'll fuck up your back.
Yeah, it's not good to sleep on it.
It does bring you a sign of respect from the Swedish culture.
Okay, look. Long-time listeners know that we do softcore BDSM comedy play on this show, and we take turns being on top, but I was not prepared for the fucking domination play of Justin crushing me at this game, given the fact that we did a whole article explaining how IKEA picks its fucking names on the Modern Rogue, and that I've spent 20 fucking years studying the stars so I could tell the story of the sky to my children.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Did you live in Europe for a minute too?
Fuck.
One of these countries?
I literally lived in Norway.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay. Well, maybe you'll redeem yourself with this one.
That all seems weird. You should be doing better at the game.
I'm a little appalled, actually. I don't know.
She's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make a printout of you on that horse from the pre-show. If you keep moving like this. All right, Brian, your third name. Yarnsaxa.
Will you spell it?
Jarnsaxa. Yarnsaxa.
If it was a Swedish person's name, do you think it would be male or female?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I don't know enough about Sweden to say that.
Okay. That was an easy trap and you walked right past it. Okay, I'm proud of you.
Yarnsaxa.
It's got to be. I don't even know anymore. It's so obviously IKEA that I feel like everyone's fucking with me, and that it's gonna be like a planetoid out in the Oort cloud or in the Kuiper belt. I'm gonna say an astral body.
You're gonna say a moon of Saturn.
Yeah.
No. I know. An astral body. That's number 6.
Just Brian, your answer of Saturn is named after Yarnsaxa, the giantess in Norse mythology.
It doesn't help that all he did was the opposite of what I really believe.
That's right.
Like I feel broken. This is wrong.
Oh shit! Another Scott S. Shepherd joint. Oh shit! Fucking I'm dotting the sky with all my seed, baby. Scott Shepherd. I'm jizzing in the clouds, bitch.
That's a number 12. That's a number 12.
Yo, I'm
Jizzing in the
dropping
cloud.
cum ropes so large they orbit fucking Saturn, baby. Shepherd Town.
Justin, we're gonna go for you. This is now
That bum bitch Alan Shepard landed on the moon. I shot my jizz ropes around Saturn.
we're not gonna do double points for this round. Justin, tell me about Sinlig.
Say it again.
Sinlig.
Spell it.
Sinnlig. Sinlig. Is 3-1 in your favor. You could get 2 points on
That is an IKEA product. It is a pencil holder shaped like a Star of David, but they swear it's non-denominational.
All right. Well, Justin, your answer of a Star of David pencil holder from IKEA is...
Bam!
Swear to God, this is some. I missed the early. I get it.
Shit, it kind of was.
Sinlig is a scented candle,
It's an
$2.99.
upward shape, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of cylindrical.
Look, I get it. I should be there for the pre-production meetings, and I understand that all of you conspired to arrange this, and it's very clever. It's very clever. You guys are great.
No, okay, Brian, you got a chance to catch back up here for 2 points, even though that's not really how that math works. Tell me about Svervel.
Everything in my being says that it should be an IKEA thing, which makes me want to say Moon of Saturn. So I'm going to say Moon of Saturn.
You're saying Moon of Saturn. Tell me about the name Svervel.
Svervel is based on the Australian deity of late 1940s television, Indigo Svervel, who was best known for his scathing monologues of the coral tax and how crippling it was.
The coral tax.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I think you have a clip we can play.
Oh, sure. Yeah, hold on. Let me look for that clip here.
You
You
say
go.
that.
Click.
About this coral tax. Broden.
I'm sorry about the quality of this clip, everybody. I should have sourced this clip a little better. I'm gonna hit
It's
stop
a
on
real
the
clip from Australia.
Wow.
You can tell because he said
Broden a couple times.
something in there.
You know, the pacing was really different back in the 40s.
Back then, their podcast they made them longer.
Apparently, Broden wasn't.
All right, Brian, your answer of Svervel being a body of Saturn is
You're fired. Get out of here.
the Svervel is a series of lamps, floor lamps, and ceiling lamps for a very reasonable price. Svervel.
How many coral taxes were paid?
I'm gonna Google coral tax. I don't know.
Coral.
Apparently, that is the name of a tax consultant business. There you go. Okay, well, you found a thing that's a thing. So there you go. I can't give you a point for that.
Doesn't count. Yeah.
Justin, this is our last round. I'm gonna say this one's for.
That's handed to
was
me
your-
so hard.
It was your hubris or
It was my sfertile.
I'm gonna say, Justin, this one is worth 7 points. This last round's worth 7.
This would be a rarity in our games. If
rare
I
shutout.
got this right, I would sweep the table. I have a perfect game on the line.
An
here.
incredible shutout, yeah. Justin.
Well, not a shutout. Brian got one.
Oh, yeah.
No. But
It would just be a.
Brian.
It
This
would
is
be a
about
clobbering.
me having a perfect game.
yeah, Justin, look me in the eye, buddy. I sincerely hope for you that you get this right because I love you as a friend of mine. As one of your BFFs, I just really hope you knock this one out of the park and you have a perfect game and we celebrate this for years to come because I love you.
Drink a bucket of your own 6.
Of your own what?
6? Number 6?
Justin, tell me a little bit about Fornjot.
Spell it.
Fornjot. Fornjot.
Fornjot is a moon of Saturn. It was named by Scott Shepard.
I mean, that's a called moonshot. You just called a moonshot, man.
Moonshot. And he named it because one time he was like fucking hella faded and he came and farted at the same time in an IKEA restroom, and as he was trying to mop up the mess, he pulled up a sheet of paper, and when folded together like a Mad magazine, it looked like Fornjot because he had just gotten the news. And
Justin,
so
I have a confession. I didn't really mean it when I said that I hoped you swept the table, but this is so fucking like we're so close. For you to pitch a perfect game? Are you kidding me? Please, I'm 100% on your side at this point.
Justin, you said that Fornjot is a moon of Saturn, Gentlemen. Do you know what alarm that is?
Well, that's the alarm that says we're going into sideways bonus.
It's the perfect game alarm!
No! Yeah! USA! USA!
That might be...
USA!
That's the only
USA!
perfect game I've ever seen on this
Holy
fucking
shit! Holy shit! Oh, god damn it!
Justin is
He's
pouring
rolling
coins.
in Susan B. Anthony's, ladies and gentlemen.
They're just dripping
The
down his chest.
well-deserved Susan B. Anthony's, the treasure of the ancients, rubbing over, causing him to go number 12. Man, that's amazing.
That's incredible. Congratulations, Justin. Hey, for funsies, Brian, do you want to get your last one?
No, kind of not.
No, do it. Do it.
Fine,
Do it.
Fine.
All right, your final question, Brian, would have been S/2007 S3.
Well, that's got to be a moon because it designates a year of its discovery in there, and that's a moon. God, if I'm wrong on this, then fuck everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the joke. That if...
Oh, okay. This is how broken I am, is that it actually occurred to me. I was just like, what fucking product is this?
They got lazy.
Was Fortnite actually named by Scott Shepard?
Yes, it was.
Oh, god damn you!
It was named by the same crew: Scott Shepard, David Jewett, Jan Klena, Brian Marsden in 2005.
Man, can we get Scott Shepard on the show? Just to tell us how rad
right
it is?
now, Bryce, call him right now.
Oh my God, Justin, you fucking crushed it. I mean, assuming there's no prearrangement, that you just Mikey Newman to me. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I created the quiz.
Well, I didn't want to say baby's day out, but yeah, I mean, it's like I'm gonna guess that you've not been studying both IKEA and moons recently.
No.
God, that was great. That was so great.
That was really good. I
That was shockingly hard.
Yeah, I can't think of the last perfect game either. Like, I don't know
I
of
don't
one.
think I don't think anyone's ever done a perfect. I mean, because the games are so fucking weird on this show. Like, not to say that we've ever kept track.
It's true.
But
Yeah.
Thank you again to Captain Jack 913 who sent in the idea for this. Also, Dr. Sarah Hurst for a lot of these questions. If you have a game or an idea, a doc, something, send it to mail@nightattack.tv. And we mentioned it earlier. We're going to do a mailbag segment on the show at some point. So mail@nightattack.tv. Just send in your emails or questions or responses, corrections, omissions, whatever. And we might read them on the show. Thank you, guys.
Hells to the yes. Hey, man, you want to do a little bit of diamond time?
indeed, Brian, head on over to reddit.com/r/diamond club or diamondclub.reddit.com, and that's where you can shout out your project. Just go ahead and head on over there to the big old post sticky to the top of the page. It says Diamond Time. Top of the pops here. Think writes, my friend Matt Donnelly, a.k.a. Hillbill, a.k.a. the Mind Noodler, is launching a new magic podcast with the great R.J. Owens. Check out abracababble.com for more information or patreon.com/hillbill.
Dude, I am so excited that it is. Justin, you covered Magic for a decade. And I did Magic for a decade and a half. How many times have you seen people who have spent an adult entertainment lifetime outside of Magic just shrug and say, now I want to be a magician, and go?
The world ached for somebody to do it, and I'm so thrilled that somebody as talented as Matt Donnelly was the one to do it, because Magic is and I say this with all reverence for the legends that do it well, because the legends that do it well do something that is very, 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 very special. But man, that gulf between legend and workaday, I don't know if there's an art where there's a steeper drop. Like, I don't know where there's an art that is at that level where you go from like someone and you're like, yes, awesome, you're doing a great job. Because you can go to a beach bar and see some dude playing the guitar and be like, hey, you want to know what? I'm having a drink. I'm having a good time. I'm listening to some tunes. Rad. It could be John Mayer, but it's not. It's just some random dude playing beach tunes. Magic, man, it's either really good or really bad because that's just how it is. I'm so glad that Matt Donnelly is not only taking over Magic, but Magic podcasting as well.
But I guess that's the part that excites me the most is that number one, he's a very, very talented storyteller and improvisational comedian, and he's got all of the chops that make for a good magician. But for whatever reason, there's that perverse, strange idea of a magic, of a variety arts hierarchy, and magic isn't as high as magicians feel like it should be, or whatever. And it oftentimes is the punching bag in a bunch of stand-up comedy routines, which, by the way, factually is above magic and the variety arts hierarchy. But the fact that Matt Donnelly did the original show on a dare, and then doubles down and says, you know what? Not only am I glad that I made that show, and thank you for funding it, people, but also this is going to be my life now. You caused this, and now I have to do what you tell me. Let's begin. Here's my Patreon. It's like he called the world's bluff, and he's just going to go through with it, and it's going to be fucking great because RJ is an incredibly talented, incredibly insightful artist who understands variety arts. Everything about this I absolutely love. Patreon.com/Hillbill. Super excited. Movie League Mike writes us saying, are you a fan of meaningful, well-written poetry? Me neither. That's why I started writing a bunch of stupid limericks about stupid stuff like, I completed my cooling off shower and emerged feeling fresh as a flower. But it's 103, so no doubt I will be back to putrid inside of an hour. Back to putrid inside of an hour. Nailed it. Use the second take, Bryce. The one per day for as long as readers can stand it. If you have 15 seconds to kill, check them out at Your Daily Limerick for Daily Life at medium.com/@movieleaguemike.
And finally, Horse Boys United says, it's been a while. Time to check on the progress.
Oh, man, I always get nervous. As you know, there can only be 4 horse boys of the apocalypse at any given time. These are the greatest. They're pretty much...
No. You know what this link is?
Yeah, I know. Horse Boys United.
Yeah. A friendly reminder. It's been a few weeks, so let's break down the progress that Brian and Justin have made toward following through on their next album or any other of their Patreon promises. Oh, wait, there hasn't been any. Huge surprise. Horse boys are a patient sort, so we'll wait until absolutely willing to hold off on any major action for a while. It seems like now might be a time to up our game a bit. With that in mind, we're more than willing to give a bit of wiggle room in honor of Hams for Jay and everything else that's going on lately, but consider this fair warning. If no progress has been made, and let's face it, it wouldn't take much progress to keep us happy, horse boys aren't very high maintenance. By the end of next week's episode, we will have to do something drastic to get your attention. Like, not too drastic, but, probably you'll at least notice. Probably. P.S. It's come to our attention that some of these messages might come off as aggressive or otherwise demanding and whatnot. We really just enjoy watching Brian and Justin squirm. This all comes from a place of joy and love and bits and laugh. No matter what, Horse Boys United stands with you and won't cause any trouble unless it's really funny.
They definitely added that PS when I got mad about this earlier today.
Can we share some inside sauce, motherfuckers?
Nope. Because we're not. If I'm going to be there this weekend, we're either going to do it and it's going to be a thing. We're not going to fucking pre-sell this and get all the joy.
We really shouldn't.
Before we fucking do the work.
But then let's just register for the record that Brian is dancing right now for no reason whatsoever.
Nope.
Just feeling the groove, baby.
Yep.
That's what's going on. Are we still doing the movie draft? Is that still a thing?
We're done with the movie draft in a minute, but we can check on the scores again. Hey, look, John Trigger's at the top with $1.1 billion.
Congratulations, D-bags. Hey, so I guess when do we want to schedule the winter movie draft? Because we're coming up on it pretty quick, like in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, right? I mean, it would probably be like what? Normally, winter movie draft season is October.
By the way, J.C. Calhoun says, what about replicas never coming out? Normally, this is something we would address because it would matter to our game.
Well, and for some people, someone wrote into Court Killers yesterday and asked what we would do about it. And because it didn't affect our game, we didn't make any choice at all because at the very end, it's the last movie. Apparently, it got bought at TIFF a week or two ago, and whoever bought the North America rights changed the date,
the release date.
It looks like it probably won't come out for a few more months. We would replace it with another movie, but
at the discretion of the commissioner,
right.
which, by the way, if you're doing your own home league, make sure to have a
commissioner to handle these. So for us, we're making no change because Cord Killers getting anything is not going to bump them out of last place.
Yeah, Cord Killers is a mere $170 million behind in last place.
Behind rank 5, yeah.
So unless you perceive that it was going to make that in 30 days, then it's really not an issue in our game. However, there might be a chat realmer who's upset that he's at rank 78 instead of rank 63.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say give that person another like $20 million because Replicas probably wasn't going to make
You know what?
money
Yeah,
anyway.
actually, just take $20 million, write a check that says $20 million,
give it to
crumple
them.
it up, throw it in their face, and then say, "Are you happy now, baby?" That's the official way for you to handle it.
But yeah, though we may see Replicas in the winter draft because Replicas made it on this list because we had I know Eileen and I were having trouble finding any movies in August. We only have 3 in this entire draft. So sorry about
So
it.
when should we target? Like what's the beginning of the winter movie season?
I think mid-October I think we should endeavor for mid-October to mid-February with a soft month on each side. So if we wanted to start as far as mid...
Oh, shit, but you want to know what?
Normally,
I think probably the one of the big Oscar movies is A Star Is Born with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
That comes out October 4th.
Oh, we can do it before then.
Yeah. So that would be in the soft period on each side. So certainly all of October, let's say in general, all of October through the end of, certainly the end of February, possibly the end of March.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will let the commissioner know. And this is later than normally because I think normally we would do the draft like right after DragonCon.
Yeah.
So if we do it in the next couple weeks, we'll at least give people time to
that'll still
find out.
That'll still be. So you're saying, that's our episode the week after DragonCon?
It normally has been either the week after or like the second week. So I mean, this is close enough, but I think normally
we're on schedule.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I will go figure that out.
Hells yeah. Justin, I hesitate to ask what we learned this episode.
Not anything.
So much, Brian. We learned something about bodies. We learned a lot about celestial bodies. We learned a lot about the bodies that are herded through IKEA, like so many cattle.
We learned how to rock this body. I'd like to...
Scott Shepard, one of the true OGs.
Justin Robert Young, I can't wait for you to come out here for 2 weeks. Oh, in 2 weeks. Damn, so close.
Not even
Well, not 2
Like
weeks.
2 days.
In like
in
a couple
4
of days. Yeah.
So everybody come on out to Austin.
Everybody buy tickets to Everything's Coming Up Simpsons podcast live. Both of us.
I know that getting the word out on this is a real big deal for Allie. They don't do a ton of road gigs, but they do have a book coming out, so I think they want to make this as big as possible. So please, even if you're not going, tag your Austin friends and let them know that it's happening. Tweet the shit out of this so we can be a big show for a good friend of this show.
Yeah, man, if you guys can come, then by all means be there, but if you can't, then at least make a lot of noise, as we're very, very good at doing, and that's why we love you guys, and that's why every week we take this moment to say, die in a fire.
See you next Tuesday.
Also, real quick, the bosses do the bosses.
The big boss.
The big boss is Center Kane. 208, tied with Brave Jayhawk.
Renagu, you did great. 3rd place.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.